Morning folks, today's soap is from RazoRock. This one here is the Blue Label. Been trying to still learn how to face lather. We'll see how the day goes. I'm going to follow up the shave today with Wet the Face Barbershop scent. The Blue Label is a barbershop scent. Matter of fact, I've got some information down below. If you want to take a look at it. Also got the what's left of the alum block that used to have a rubber band, and still got Humphrey's witch hazel. It's got peppermint and some menthol in it, and got about that much left out of this container. It's a pretty good sized container. Got the S brush. I'm going to squeeze some of this water out before I get started with it. It's a Omega S brush. I think the model number is 10018. It's a synthetic knot. I've been practicing with it, trying to get the water ratio down with the soap, see if I can get better at it. The blade of choice today is a Viking sword. These are made by Persona, the best I can tell, in this polymer coated blade, and it is in the fine slant shaver. It's a pretty nice shaver. I really like it. I've had nothing but great shaves with it. Show you what the blade looks like at the end of the shave, if I remember. I get kind of carried away. I already put a hot towel to the face this morning, and my Preshave oil is coconut oil. And go ahead and get started here. I have been shaving with this setup since Thursday. And today is Sunday. It's been working well for me. It's still, like I say, trying to learn how to face lather. If you read anything into the website Italian Barber, when they're talking about these shave sticks, they said it takes about 15 to 20 shaves to learn how to shave with the shave stick face lather. And I still got a little ways to go. I can say that this this soap stick lathers up pretty easy. A little bit different than Arco. Or Derby as far as that goes. The scent, my nose is not working that well, so what you pick up with your nose probably will be somewhat different than mine. I'm just adding a little bit of soap here. To me it seems like it's lightly scented, but like I said, my nose has not been working well here of late. So your nose might pick up more of a scent than what mine does. As it goes for the performance of the soap performs pretty nice. Especially for the price that I paid for it. When I got these were on sale and pretty inexpensive. I think the 2.6 ounces, and I think I paid around $2 a piece for them. I've had this particular one. Italian Barbers had these on sale off and on for a while. Just depending on what time of the week, you looked on their website to order it. But I've had this one here back when they first came out. They went on sale as a set. They also come in puck form, and I got the sticks just for this reason, to see if I can spend some time face lathering, and I have been for the past couple of weeks now, trying to wrap my arms around it. For me, a painting motion works better with my skin, unless I have, I guess you might say, a brush with the right kind of knot. Otherwise my skin will get good and irritated. To me it seems like it affects my shave if I try to get too terribly rough on my face with a brush, even with a synthetic. And for me, for the most part, a lather that works like this right here, looks like this I should say, works well for me. Usually a little on the wet side. Some people might consider it a little thin, because if you're liking the big fluffy, it is going to be thin. Compared to what you're used to looking at. But this works well for me. I forgot to show you, didn't I? This is what the blade looks like what the wrapper looks like for the blade. This blade's been working out well with this shaver. Haven't had any issues. I can go at least 3 shaves before it's really noticeable that it's been used. With this particular shaver, it's probably real important to pay attention to the amount of pressure you're putting on it, because it is such a lightweight shaver, right around an ounce. You're going to be tempted to put too much pressure on this shaver. And so that's going to be really important. Pay attention to with any lightweight shaver. Especially if you're like me and have a lot more fun with a heavyweight shaver. Like I say, just let the weight of the shaver and the sharpness of the blade go to work. I would not say this is an aggressive shaver in my opinion. It's I would say maybe a medium. I mean, even with a feather blade, it still was a feather. It's very smooth with a feather blade. And usually, most folks with a feather blade don't always get a good shave. And right off the very first shave was nice. I have been practicing here of late on the third pass of taking and squeezing out what's left of the lather out of the brush and using it. And I can kind of tell that maybe still not creating quite enough lather. At least when I'm squeezing out the brush is plenty for third pass by all means, but it's just and I know in the past when I'd do such a thing after the shave was done and over with, there would be a lot more lather come out when I was bowl lathering. So comparing the two, I still feel like I've got a ways to go. But you can kind of tell it's for me it's pretty close to what I'm normally using. Usually when I'm from a bowl lather, it's just a bit thicker, but still pretty slick though. Usually at the end of the shave, the past few days, it's been a little bit of stinging with the alum block on my neck. I have one more video I need to do. Probably will do tomorrow. That or maybe today, depends on how things go today. Got tagged on a video from Manny, and think I might approach it just a little bit differently. Since I spend a lot of time shaving with different shavers, I think the tag is, blades and razors, and I think I'll do DEs and single edges and touch base on the shavettes and whatnot. But I saw Kevy's shaves video a while back, and he was talking about I guess you might say a relatively new head that West Coast Shaving had, and the cap is humped, and I decided to go ahead and order that, and it came in. So that's going to be the next shaver. And I have finally, after all of this time, have a Merkur Future. Squeezing out what's left here. And it's still pretty wet. But I have a Merkur Future now. It's in the house. I'll be using it here shortly. Next probably week or two. And I'd have to say there is quite a bit of a difference in between a Q shave that looks like a Merkur Future and the Merkur Future. There's quite a bit of difference in the weight. I mean, there is quite a bit. I was really surprised. So in other words, if I had them side by side, for me, I know the weight difference would be just very noticeable. So it'll be interesting how that shave goes. Because I know with the Q shave, I had no issues with the shaver. It does look a little thin through there, doesn't it, on the lather? Had no problems with the Q shave shaver. I know there's a, how can you say, kind of hit and miss with the quality control. Maybe by this point in time they finally got it to where it's in better shape than what it used to be. I got mine early on, so maybe I just got lucky with mine. Mine, like I say, I had no issues with mine. And I piffed in my Q shave razor. I had every intention of getting a Merkur Future. It's just a matter of when I was going to find one at the price that I want to pay. Last time I looked on Sterling's website, they were still having a bit of a sale. So if you're still hunting for some software, some aftershave shaving soap, Sterling still had a sale going last time I looked. And I would call it very reasonable, where you can get a aftershave and soap matching right around the $15 mark. That's pretty good. I think the soap size was 3 ounces, 2 ounces on the aftershave. Aftershave comes in the green bottles, which I like the green bottles. I think they're kind of cool looking. Alright, we'll go ahead and take this part here before that way I don't forget. Show you what this blade looks like. Like I say, it does, that's what the bottom base plate looks like. Kind of tell that curve, pretty pronounced. And here's what the blade looks like. And in case if you didn't see it from the, I'll show it again. There it says it's polymer coated. It's a nice looking blade. I mean, sometimes you get blades and they're just kind of plain looking. This is what the underside looks like on the cap. I think they did a pretty good job. I can't complain a bit. Quite happy with this shaver. My alum block is getting awfully small. I know here pretty soon I'm going to end up dropping it. The reason why I took the rubber band off is because it was getting in the way of the alum block. And so I removed the rubber band. I've been able to hang on to it so far, but it's getting pretty small, thin, and I know what's going to happen one of these days is I'm going to end up dropping it. It's going to go into bazillion pieces. I've got another alum block already lined up, but it's probably one of the most inexpensive pieces of software you can get for your shaved in. Think back when I got this, I think I paid like $4.50 for it, and I've had it for, I don't know, 2 or so years. It's my first alum block, if that helps any. Just a little stinging on my neck. I think maybe if I hang on to it this way, I get some more use out of it before I drop it, because it does try to slide around in my hand. Let's see, it's getting pretty small. First one, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. I tell you what, that's a... When I first bought that, I was really unsure, because when I first started shaving, I didn't have one. Wasn't too sure I was going to try one. Then I got to thinking, well, for no more what it is, I'll give it a try. Been using both the alum block as well as witch hazel together. For me, my face feels like if I just use just the alum block, then go straight to the aftershave, my face still would feel like it needed to be moisturized. It seems like it just dries it out. But using the alum block in conjunction with the witch hazel, it just seemed like the one countered the other one, so it worked out better for me to do it that way. Nice peppermint. I like this cooling effect. The peppermint, just really nice. Enjoy that scent. It's there for a moment. I can feel the cooling effect of the menthol and the peppermint, but like I say, I give it a moment or two, I don't smell it anymore. And of course the cooling effect I really do enjoy. Not everybody likes that sort of thing, but I know for me I do. Just makes my face feel, how you say, different. Guess you might say almost feel like it's whatever small little nicks that you get during your shave that you don't notice. You're not bleeding, but they're there. And you kind of notice it with the alum block, and the witch hazel kind of goes to work to help calm things down. And most of my aftershaves don't have a high enough alcohol content to where it just sets my face on fire. That or my shave is at that point where I don't have near as many as I used to. Alum block may have already sealed them up for me. But this particular label here will be different if you go to Wet the Face website. I got a link down for this stuff down below. And he's got one that's referred to as Modern Barbershop. And like I said, I got a link down below. I've got 2 bottles of this. Show you what the restrictor looks like here in a minute. Like I said, I've been using this since Thursday. It's one of the things about learning how to face lather with the same equipment for a few days. Gives me a chance to work with, get used to, pay a little bit more attention to the aftershave. And this scent, to me, is fitting for a Sunday, in my opinion, in my thoughts of the day. Just kind of fits right in the mood that I'm in today. A barbershop type scent. Had a really nice shave. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay safe and smooth shaves to you.